In a world where we always want more tech and more accessories and Mr. Beastify the crap out of our setup, what if I told you that a more productive one looks like this, where you can focus on one single thing? I've been using this setup and it's really allowed me to hone in on the tasks that I really want to focus on. In this video, I'm going to go through exactly why this setup has been able to completely wipe out distractions and heavily increase productivity for me. Welcome to the self-proclaimed world's most minimal desk setup. This is actually part 3 of my Less is More series. You can check out part 1 and 2 in the link below. Basically, I'm on this new wave of removing distractions as much as possible. I was getting overstimulated by tons of algorithmic feeds, which led to heightened anxiety. I pretty much explained why I was convicted to have this lifestyle change and how I transformed my phone into becoming more of a tool than a distraction. And that's continued with my desk setup. So why go with this desk setup? One time I was just working on my laptop and realized that a solid 40% of the stuff that I do is literally just me sitting and writing. And while I'm doing that, I notice there's plenty of times when I write and then go on something else, then write, then go on something else, and I'm like, dang, no wonder sometimes I can't get in the flow of things. I'm the one disrupting my own flow. In which I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to clear everything out. I need a new setup. I still need my other setup for things like video editing or when I need to use multiple programs, but for when I'm just writing, which is plenty of time, I went with this and it really made me focus on just that, writing. So this is my setup. All I use is a Bluetooth keyboard with this color e-ink tablet. It's called the BOOX Go Color 7 and it's a game changer. E-ink tablets use this technology that use ink, so it's not like a display that blasts light into your eyes, so you literally never have eye strain. It's amazing. It really feels like you're looking at paper. It's the tech Kindles use, but even better, this one has backlight, so it's easier to view in brighter environments, and it has color. Yes, the range of color is quite muted, but that's why I love it. No, it does struggle with darker photos though. You can also control the color temperature of the light, which is sick and helpful when using it in darker environments. The warm light is really easy on the eyes, and the device itself is mad light, crazy thin, and super comfortable to hold in the hand, as it's primarily actually for reading, which I eventually will hopefully do, but I actually use it for just typing. And since it's e-ink, the screen has super frequent refreshes, but you get used to it. There's a learning curve to it, and you have to have patience low-key. It's also not as responsive or fluid in terms of moving around. You can often see ghosting, and there's basically always a lag when scrolling. There's also a lot of accidental touches, which all of these things can get annoying, but at the same time, less is more. I'm really trying to literally just type, and so these limitations are actually what make this a great device. And the best part of e-ink is that the battery is incredible. I only charge this device twice a week, sometimes even once depending on my usage, which I use around 1 to 2 hours a day. In terms of software, this device actually runs full Android, so you can download any app, even YouTube, but who's watching videos like this? When I got this thing, I was like, okay, I'm gonna download all of my apps, but then I was like, hold up. Maybe I should approach things differently. After all, this device's limitations actually make you want to utilize the device differently. So then I was like, all right, let's just stick to what I need. And it's literally been just these 3 apps. Now, I could see myself downloading some other writing apps like Google Docs, but other than that, I'm either using the Bible app to quickly go through different translations, Spotify for music, and then Notion for pretty much everything else. And that's it. I just sit and write. Nothing is in my way. There's nothing else to look at other than this display. It's really helped me get into my zone and just write for an hour or 2 when I'm locked in, for real. That's how I wrote this script right here. Occasionally there are times where I want to look something up, look for inspiration, or watch a video in which I just add my phone. While I'm on this big wave of decreasing my screen time, I don't actually care about having a low number. The real point is to just decrease things like doom scrolling. And I've made my phone to be more of a tool anyways. The keyboard that I use is just from my main setup. I just grab it and then take it back when I'm done. I'm not really particular about keyboards. I like how it types, and to me it is so aesthetically pleasing. It's the Keychron K3 with brown switches. I'm pretty sure some people aren't a fan of how this types though, so I would look more into this if you prefer a specific feel for your keyboards. Now, there are some downsides to this setup. The angle in which I look at the screen isn't ideal for my posture. I stole my mom's stand, which makes it better, but I might make a tall stand with my lamp or something. That's probably my current biggest flaw with this setup. Other than that, I'm honestly obsessed with this setup. Like there's literally no room for distraction, so it forces you to just narrow your attention towards your one task. In terms of price, this tablet costs 250 bucks, which is not terrible. Compare this to like an iPad mini or something, which is 600 bucks, and I mean, this is way more affordable. Yeah, it's also way less capable, but again, that's kind of the point. And also, the iPad mini is basically an iPhone Mega. Pretty much everything an iPad mini can do, an iPhone can also do, except for pen support. And if your handwriting is booty like mine and you can't draw, functionally, this e-ink device actually provides you something completely different than your phone or what an iPad would offer. Honestly, if you read books and just straight up write a lot, I feel like this could be really worth investing in, but if not, honestly, save that money. I was actually able to get this one for free through like this collaboration that I did. Not with BOOX themselves though, so yeah, this video still is sponsored by me, baby. To help you out, likely you're probably in one of two camps. Either the buy it because you think buying it will make you use it but you actually won't, or the other camp where things that you invest in are actually utilized. If you think you'll actually use it, then buy it, and if not, don't buy it. For me, would I buy this had I not gotten it for free? I think eventually when I could like comfortably afford it, I would. But honestly, what I would probably have done is what I'm about to recommend, which is just use the setup with what you already have, your phone. Or do it with an iPad if you have that. Obviously, this requires a bit more discipline because there's more room for distractions, but if you set up those devices to be less stimulating, it's the alternative that saves you 250 bucks. Really, for me, it was just about clearing up my desk and literally using just that one device. What I like to do with my other devices to get a similar color e-ink effect is turn on color filters. I did this with my phone and turns out you can also do it on your laptop. Color filters feel like this. You know when you're at a cafe and you use noise cancellation earphones for like an hour and then take them out and then your ears hurt because it seems like all the environmental noise blasts into your ear? That's how it feels like when you use color filters, but for your eyes. Only can you recognize the comfort in the softer color filter colors when you take away the normal colors. All you have to do is go into settings, accessibility, display, scroll down and turn the color filters on, have the color filter as grayscale and turn the intensity to your liking. Then from there, I created this shortcut so I can easily go back and forth when I need to. Now, obviously, I ain't watching no movies like this, but yeah, this really helps blast less dynamic light into my eyes. And that's it. That's my distraction-free, self-proclaimed world's most minimal desk setup. What do you think though? Could you see this being useful as a secondary setup? Let me know in the comments. Peace! Alright, my phone is virtually clean, my desk is squeaky clean, but what you didn't know,